Hi, guys. I want to talk to you guys about something that I haven't really touched upon. I realize that there are other candidates running for governor of New Jersey in 2017 other than Kim Guadagno, Jack Ciattarelli, and Phil Murphy. I'd like to take a couple minutes to talk about Rudy Rullo of Ocean County and his campaign for governor. I like Rudy Rullo. From everything that I can see, he seems like a stand-up guy. He seems like a very personable guy. I like a lot of his ideas. I don't agree with him on everything. On the two main issues, I agree with him that the New Jersey pension system needs a fix because at the rate it's going to implode all at once, and you're going to have mass upheaval and social anarchy in the state of New Jersey because hundreds of thousands of retirees are dependent upon the pension system. I don't agree with his views on open carry necessarily. I support the Second Amendment, of course. But to allow unbridled open carry of handguns is a recipe for taking New Jersey back to the days of the Old West. And I don't want to see Broad Street in Newark turn into the OK Corral any more than it already has. I want to qualify my statement. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about Rudy Rullo's viability as a gubernatorial candidate. And here are my views. The way that the political primary system is set up in the state of New Jersey is that primary candidates have to win the line. Because if you don't win the line, what happens is this. You have to run against your opponent's entire column. And never in a single time in history has a candidate for governor, for Congress, for U.S. Senate, ever won running off the line. Loretta Weinberg of TNEC loves to tell everybody that she won off the line, but she didn't win for the legislature off the line. She won for TNEC Township Committee or Township Council running off the line. It is virtually impossible for a candidate to win any kind of substantial primary, even for the legislature, without the county support or $5 to $10 million to beat to overcome the handicap imposed by not having the endorsement of the county committee. So with that being said, the endorsements are already in, folks. All the major Republican counties are already divided almost evenly between Kim Guadagno and Jack Ciattarelli. For Rudy Rullo to be able to secure the Republican nomination for governor, he would need easily $5 to $10 million. And let's you know what, for hypothetical purposes, let's say that Rudy Rullo raises that kind of money, right? Let's say he raises $8.5 million, which he's not going to do, but let's say he does it. So he raises that $8.5 million. He manages to get the Republican nomination, 38%, which is all that he'd really need. And with that 38%, he moves on to the general election. Well, guess what? Now you have a guy who's running against a John Corzine type candidate or a Donald Trump type candidate. I mean, us Republicans, we love to brag about, oh, how great Citizens United was. And it's basically invalidated a third of this country's campaign finance laws, et cetera, et cetera. Well, guess what? Phil Murphy is worth $500 to $700 million. He can reach into his pocket, even though he doesn't have to. He can reach into his pocket anytime he has to self-fund the campaign. I mean, at that rate, what's going to happen is all of the swing counties in the general election are going to go Murphy's way. I mean, at the very least, if Kim Guadagno or Jack Ciattarelli secure the nomination, then they'll at least be able to stir up or to catalyze the support that they need in the general to stand a fighting chance of carrying some swing counties. Whereas Rudy is not going to be able to beat or to overcome Phil Murphy's funding in the general. which is why I feel a vote for Rudy Rullo is ultimately a vote for Phil Murphy in the general.